coming from these regions who are very lucky to get a job on a cruise ship. I'm sitting in a very nice place. This is a very beautiful place for myself, and it's a cool weather. It's not sunny. It's not that, how do I say, hot. It's a cool weather. And for all of my years I've been on cruise ship, and all of this time when we have been researching, doing all these things, and asking ourselves, what should we do so that we can get these jobs very fast? I've come to realize that there are some people who are just lucky, and one of these people who are within these regions who are very lucky to find these cruise ship jobs are the ones I'm going to talk about tonight. So if you have been here for some time, we talk about cruise ship jobs. My name is Arnest, Digits Cruises. We talk about cruise ship jobs. We assist you to understand about cruise ship jobs. I also run almost 7 to 8 cruise ship opportunities jobs WhatsApp groups, and we are so good because we have had thousands, and now can I say thousands, people who are joining cruise ship jobs. From what we say, it's just for free of charge. We share for free. We don't charge anything, but we only advise, direct, plan, and share for free of charge. So these people who are from these regions are so lucky. And part of the group that we are initiating is we just share information. Okay, this information is not for scamming. This information is not about to take your money. This information is not about telling you to go and pay anywhere, because these jobs are for free of charge. So we also share for free, because if I assist you to get a job on a cruise ship, I'll have done the best thing, and that makes my heart so good. That makes my heart feel at peace. Okay, so my camera is not good. Let me clean it. Yeah, so you can see me clearly now. I've just realized that people from this certain, we have just a kind of people who, they don't struggle. Like, they don't just push their own things so fast. They don't struggle in terms of getting these jobs. And I've come to realize these 3 kinds of places and people from these regions, and some kind of people themselves, whom I'm going to talk about tonight, they are so lucky to getting jobs on cruise ships. Do you agree? Do you know any? Let me know in the comments below where you're watching me from. And if it's your first time you are watching me, then make sure you subscribe. And if you have subscribed, what do? You share to your friends, okay? You share this video, and then you tell them Arnest is live, okay? So I'm going to talk about these 3 kinds of people, or 3 kinds of places, of kinds of, uh, of regions that these people are so lucky to get in the jobs on cruise ship. I want to start by talking about these people from Gulf, guys. If you're watching this video from Gulf, you are very, very lucky. I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why I've come to this video and telling you you're lucky. And you are the most demand, the highest people on demand to getting jobs on cruise ships. So those people, if you have worked in Gulf or you're still in the Gulf, then you are lucky. I have my own reasons, and you'll bear with me. If I'm wrong, then you'll know why. Or just give me your reason down here, or any other thing. Because for over now 5 years, I've realized that Gulf, if anyone who is in the Gulf, you stand a chance to get a job on a cruise ship. First of all, the main reason as to why, if you are in the Gulf, you can get a job on a cruise ship very quickly is because, number one, remember, staying on a cruise ship is you stay away from your families. Most of us on the ships, we stay away from families. We are so kept away from our families for a very long time. And the job that we do is always a hard job. It's something that we persevere, something that we struggle and make sure that we take up our jobs. They are hard, but what we do, we stay away from loved ones. So if you are in the Gulf, you have already tested the waters. staying away from your families for 2 years. Okay, so cruise ships understand that already you have already made up your mind, so you'll not struggle to live on the ship. You'll not have that time of a culture shock. Okay, so you'll not be struggling to find how to be comfortable on the ship and start life and then adopt again to a new job and new career. So that's why most of the cruise ships, they are preferring candidates from the Gulf. If you are in Qatar, you are in Dubai, you are in which countries again? Mm, or maybe in Europe, you have stayed in the Europe for some time, and you have been working there, and perhaps your career is correlated, is within the industry, hospitality industry, is within the confines of a cruise ships. Okay, so it correlates with the cruise ship opportunities, and then you apply. So you not have that difficult in terms of communication with new people. You get what I'm saying? So you'll find that Gulf candidates, if you are in the Gulf and you are a chef, you are a waiter, you are a waitress, maybe you are a housekeeper, you work in one of the international hotels, you have worked in Qatar Airlines, those people who are working in the where the food industries. Okay, so we have people who have worked in the airports. You are a security attendant, you are a housekeeper, you are a cleaner, you are a nurse, and you find that you need opportunities and you are in the Gulf. Prepare yourself, because you are one of the people that cruise ships are looking for. Number one reason is because you people already, you have traveled, your passports are already done, you have already passports. Okay, if you have ever done of medicals, or maybe you have gone through the processes of how to prepare yourself to go abroad and start a life in a new land, so that's the most important thing that cruise ships are looking for. Because remember, this is an industry that wants profit, and in case these industries need profit, okay, so they'll look for someone that they will not spend most time to adopt. Okay, you don't take a lot of time to adopt in a new environment. So you come in, you get acquainted with the ship, and then you kick off very quickly. So you'll find that most of candidates from the Gulf, you are so lucky. Okay, you're so lucky, and I have witnessed this myself. I've worked with them, and most of you guys, you have tried to assist you from the Gulf, and the people that the candidates that have worked together with me and we have met on the ship, for sure, I've seen and I've witnessed that they don't struggle a lot. They don't struggle a lot to start, or to start a life, to have that new environment in Gulf or on the ship when they come on the ship, because you have already tested the international standards. You have already known how to stay with people, how to communicate, how to cope up with the new life and cultures and all sorts of people in the world. So you'll find that Gulf, if you are in the Gulf, then you have high chances of getting this, because you already have a passport. Now let's come to documentations. So some of you already understand that if you're working in Kenya, you'll need more money. Okay, you need more finances, because the salaries in Kenya, they are little, 20,000, 10,000, or 15,000. Some even they are working with 30,000. Those ones who are lucky. So you'll find that someone like that, to collect enough money for him to start paying for medicals and everything, it takes more time. But if you are in the Gulf, and then I think Gulf countries, they have just a system of how they work their things out. They are mostly transparent, and they are not corrupt. You know what I'm talking about. So you can quickly get those documents even faster than even in Kenya. First of all, we are looking at how the processes of how the government in those countries, in Qatar or in Dubai, they process their documents is quicker than even in Kenya. So you'll find that most of the people that I've worked with, they processed everything from the Gulf, even police clearance certificate, because I understand if you're in Qatar or in Dubai, you have worked in the Gulf, they always sometimes give you the They give you the identifications, they give you the rights, and then you also get some IDs for those nationals. So which means you can also access some of the facilities and services like those natives from those countries. So you can quickly get even a visa. Now this is the most important thing. Visas are approved even more faster in those Gulf countries than in Kenya. This we have no I have no problem. I don't know what happens, but I cannot give you the reasons. But you find that if you're working in Gulf and you want to process all these documents, please, you can do it there. I know you have problems with your employers because you don't want your employer to know what you're doing, so sometimes they cannot give you time. But if you find some time, you are in a job which you can just step out and go and process those documents, it's easy. It's easy in the Gulf than even in Kenya, because in Kenya, I don't know, because there's so much visa denials in Kenya than even someone who is doing it in Qatar or in Dubai, in the Gulf. So perhaps there is an notation from the US embassy in the Gulf, or in those Gulf countries, that this person, he's already an international and he has tasted the international community. So perhaps there is some trust. So the government of United States has also given you trust that when you go to that country in the US, you'll perform your job and go back home. And for those ones who have stayed outside for some time, maybe you have been in the Gulf for 4 to 7 years to 8 years, that is a tick, that is a plus or an added advantage for you to get approved for your visas very quickly. Chef Dan Ongubo. Dan, sasa Dante, nitakupigia simu mazee. I'll call you. I saw your message but nimekuwa busy kidogo. I'll call you. So most of the people who are very lucky, the first group that we have talked about is the Gulf people. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, because you'll realize that at least 60% of people who are working and who are looking for jobs on cruise ship from the Gulf, they get successfully employed. And it's easy to get a visas from Gulf countries for C1D visa to go to other countries, to the US faster. So you guys from the Gulf, let me know. Let me hear your shout out, and then we shall also discuss more if you're in the Gulf. But ensure you do your research very well, the job that you want, understand how to apply, understand what you do. Always check my videos on this YouTube channel. You'll see most of the videos, and I discussed so many videos here, how to apply, where to find the jobs, how to do it, how to prepare yourself as a candidate when it comes to applications, when it comes to preparing your documents. What are some of the documents you need for you to start over? I've had so many questions from people from the Gulf asking me, should I just come home so that I do everything there, or should I resign here? You can be as where you are and process everything, as long as the community or the international the country that you are residing in can help you to get, or can give access to those documents like police clearance certificate, medicals. You have also the finances. You can do it from Gulf, and then directly from there straight to the ship, and then from there you come back home. Someone was asking, okay, how will I be paid a flight from Gulf straight to the ship in the US? Yes, if the ship is in the US, you'll be paid your flight tickets from from Gulf to even Australia, even if it's Fiji, New Zealand, even if Australia, even if Africa, even if in Europe, you'll go straight to that ship where you're supposed to be working. So I want to speak this, that if you are in the Gulf, please try to search for desired job on the ship. You'll get it, and then you can do everything from there. One last thing I need to from the people from the Gulf: if you are a house manager, if you are working as a house girl in the in the Gulf, and you're looking for a job, because these are the questions I've been getting. I'm a house help. I've been working as a house help. Is this a housekeeping job? I know it. Listen, Housekeeping job in hospitality is a little bit different, because a house setup or a house manager or a house help, what you do, you only arrange things according to how your boss tells you, because it's not up to standard of the hospitality industry, how five-star restaurants prepare their rooms, and in these jobs how you conduct yourself, because this is hospitality, you know. So it's difficult to say that you come from a house help to a housekeeper or a room attendant to a cruise ship job, which requires you to be professional, really professional. I understand your jobs, they almost look similar. They almost look similar, yes. But I usually say we have some house helps, we have some people who have come from Kenya because they didn't have, they have gone to school, they have studied some of the careers in hospitality industry, but they didn't find an opportunity that pays well, so they decided to go to do housekeeping or house managers in the Gulf, but because, not because they wanted it, but because they wanted a salary. Okay, so you're not going to apply, because I don't think your employer will give you a document to show that you used to work for me. Some of these they don't give. Okay, so perhaps you just want to use your study, because you went to school for hospitality, but now you're working as a house help there, then you can apply. But you don't use the house help experience. Okay, you don't use a house help experience, you use your studies at school that you went for in hospitality industry to apply for a job on a cruise ship. That is it. But if you're using as a house help or maybe house manager in the Gulf to apply for it, it will be difficult for an employer to fix you up so that you can go for this. Remember, these are international companies which require professionals. So sometimes it's hard to just fix someone and then say, oh, just work, hey, we fanya tu kazi. It's hard. It's hard. It's very hard. It's very hard. Are we together? So I'm again talking about people from the Gulf. Drivers, people who are drivers in the Gulf. Someone is a driver in Gulf. On the ship, we don't have, okay, I'm informed we have some companies, cruise ship companies, that have shore excursions teams in different countries where the ship will dock. Are you getting? So, say for example, you are in Germany as a driver. So you must have a Germany residence permit to work there so that you can be employed as a cruise ship as a driver. So perhaps you are a driver, you're looking for a job on a cruise ship, unless the company requires you as a driver in Kenya. So when the ship docks in Mombasa, then you'll be entitled to use your driving license in Kenya to drive tourists from the ship in a Kenyan roads and take them wherever you were. Are you together? There is also another department that I was also asked about. It's IT. IT professionals on the ship are very few. And most of the time they prefer, you know, guys from abroad. So even if you are an IT from Africa, perhaps you might not have that access to do IT or a computer, these things about offices, very big offices. Unless you want to work in an office, in one of the biggest offices of, let me say, in Los Angeles office of Princess, or maybe Canada, or P&O main office, unless you apply those ones. And they are always on the websites of these companies. So unless you apply, but chances of that getting those jobs is very minimal. Sometimes they are very minimal, very minimal. So we have some departments which don't require a lot of huge numbers of people on the ship. So the highest number of people that are required, most people who are doing hospitality, housekeeping, room attendants, you find that the managers of departments, entertainment, food, those people who deal with the food, entertainment, you know, those are the things. Okay, so look into yourself and see. And I always say, there is no other best time. Improve yourself. Even if you apply today and then they deny you, improve. Ask yourself the questions. Why is it I'm failing to get these jobs? Why am I failing? Then correct the failings. Check the setbacks. Is it your CV? Is it your cover letter? Is it how you present yourself? How can you fail? Let me tell you something. At least 90% of people, they don't fail cruise ship interviews. It's not even, I can say, I am approved. I've never seen someone fail a cruise ship interview. No, no. Cruise ship interview you can't fail. It's only that maybe the CV that you're applying, or maybe the job that you're applying, it's not open, or they are not, they got some more experienced guys than you for that current job. But if they give you the job, I know you people can do it. But they are looking at people who are already prepared, people who are already finished nice products for their jobs, for the positions. Okay. I want also to speak about what else? What else? Another kind of people who are lucky to get these jobs on cruise ship. Um, if you are in Europe, okay, why? Because most of the ships who are doing river cruising or river cruises, they are from Europe. Majority of them, they are from, and they pay very well. So if you have worked or you have been traveled in European countries, or you have been there, then you stand a high chance of getting a job on a shore, on a cruise ship. Why am I saying Europe? Because there are some companies like super yachts. They look for people to work for them, but you must have at least know German, Spanish, which which language again? There is another language again. Is it Spanish or Germany? There is another one. Swiss. Is it Swiss Germany? Yes. So if you know you have international, or you have any European language proficiency, and you can speak, you can write very well, then these are the people cruise ships are looking for. And let me tell you, you cannot even have that much experience in that job, but because of the language, you stand a chance to get cruise ship jobs very quickly. So add yourself some language, some foreign language. Add some foreign language. These are the luckiest group that are looking. They are getting these jobs as quickly as possible. I have two guys. No, one lady, two Kenyan ladies, and one guy from Zimbabwe. When he mentioned that he knows Germany, and then there's a lady who she was very good in Germany and French. Let me tell you, if you are in the Gulf and you are a house manager, your boss has given you internet for free. You have internet. Please study these languages while in that house. Internet is possible. You can add some value to yourself or not. You can use it to study something. You can use it to get a certificate from Coursera. Pay $50, $20. You can afford this one, and then get a study. Study something, improve, add something, that online course for yourself. I'm sure you're going to get this one. So those people who are Europe centered and you have some language from Europe, hot cake, hot cake, hot cake, hot cake, for sure, hot cake. And then, why am I saying Europe? Another reason is because if you get a job on a cruise ship, and maybe say you have your ties from Europe. I have a friend whose sister is married in Europe. Is it in Germany or in Netherlands? So what the brother did, he traveled to the sister, and then through her sister, they got some permanent residence for him, and then he applied for a cruise ship. Do you know how much that guy is paid? That guy is paid, is it, because the normal job that he's doing is supposed to be paid $2,000, but the guy is paid $5,000 because they assume someone living in Europe, he has the status and the economy of Europe. Even 5,000 US dollars is just the minimum that one can survive on. And the guy now, what he does, he doesn't stay in Europe. he comes back to Kenya. They book him the ticket to Netherlands, and then he moves from Netherlands to Kenya. That's the trick. So if you're learning any foreign language, then you stand a chance to get a job on a cruise ship. Number last people, luckiest people that can get these cruise ship jobs very quickly is you and me. Why? Because cruise ships are still looking for candidates who are ready to work on a cruise ship, but they have experience. So consider yourself in that career that you have been doing, and it's within the confines. I always post these careers available on cruise ships on our WhatsApp groups, and if you want to be part of them, I'll just drop your question here, then I'll send you a link. You join us, because we have a list of all the opportunities, careers. I'm sorry, because some careers are not found on cruise ship, for sure, are not found on cruise ship. But some which are possible, we always look at within the hospitality industries. Okay, we look at the hospitality industries. So if you are like some are teachers, because the reason why they look for teachers is because you can be a teacher or a youth counselor, or you deal with the youth and the kids, because you have that training of dealing with young people, and you understand how to communicate with them. And then we have industries, we have some positions like what, a lawyer. You cannot work on a cruise ship for sure. Now, which position? A lawyer, okay, or an advocate, you cannot work on a cruise ship. Or if you have studied public administration, so if you are a public administrator, you cannot get a job on a cruise ship. You have learned, let me say, which job? You are a mason, unless you're a carpenter. You see, carpenter, because they do repairs of wood, repairs in the ship, so they understand carpeting, putting carpets, and the repairs of the wooden. And then you have studied welding and construction and engineering. Those ones are able. Marine engineering, it's okay, or any kind of engineering that you know. Um, Marine engineering, it's okay. We have people who have worked as cadets. I've studied cadets, it's okay. There is a school here. I don't know whether people go to study in Bandari, by the way, in Kenya. I wanted to check Bandari College if it has students who are studying there these issues about marine and everything. But it's open to Kenyans, but the Kenyans don't know. Go there if you want. There are some courses which take only 3 months and you're done. There's some courses which take 2 months and you're done. Here in Bandari, in Mombasa, they're not even very expensive, but people don't want to take time to study. So you and me, we have a chance to get these cruise ship jobs if we put ourselves in a stand where we can be able be absorbed in. So myself, I'm doing something because I know there is an opportunity for me in the future. The job I'm doing, I cannot do it forever. I have to change it. So I want you also to change your mindset. Change your mindset, prepare yourself, be ready. I know cruise ship jobs will not come quickly. It's not coming today or tomorrow, but do not resign your job now. Do it as we look for it. Do it as we ask questions. Do it as you do research. You do your job as you continue to collect and save some money that will assist you to do all the processes in case you get that job. Okay? Are we together? So as we continue to our WhatsApp groups, we share all these opportunities. That was just a nugget to show you today. Tomorrow, we're going to speak about something else. My name is Arnest. If you have seen this, you have given a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Lavidavi, thank you. Videlis Rodich, thank you so much. Chief Dan Onkobo, I've told you I will communicate today, but in a few days' time, we shall be somewhere. See you. And that's the end of my side. Please subscribe if it's your first time.